plus you have to discard that card. Okay, and this is exactly what I was expecting the deck to have, so I'm glad I have that denial. Pteramander's pretty decent here, because we're going to probably be able to adapt that next turn. Welcome back, my friend. I'm Blake, and you're you, and this is Mono Blue Tempo in Explorer. Let's check it out. It's a pretty basic blue list, just like a lot of tempo decks we've seen in the past. We're running 4 Curious Obsession for that card draw, along with a suite of a lot of 1-drop flyers. So we have Pteramander, the 1/1 that can adapt. It's a flyer. We have Siren Stormtamer. It's a 1/1 flyer that can sack to counter a spell. We have the Spectral Sailor, which is just a 1/1 flash flyer, which can draw a card, and all 3 of these pair really nicely with that Curious Obsession that's going to give us just 2 damage turn, but draw us a ton of cards to allow us to just box our opponent out of the game. We're also running a suite of counterspells, including Spell Pierce, 2 copies that can counter that non-creature spell. We're running 2 Essence Capture to counter the creature spells. 4 Lofty Denials. It pairs really nicely with all of our flyers to counter if they cannot pay 4, and also 4 Lookout's Dispersal, which cost, usually it's going to cost 2 mana because both the Stormtamer and the Sailor are pirates, so it works really well with those. We've also are running for the tempo 4 Fading Hopes, so these can bounce any creature for 1 mana, and if we bounce something small, we're going to get to Scry, which is incredible. I'm running 4 Omen in the Seas because I didn't have the Mutate Octopus. The Mutate Octopus is probably better. It's sort of like adding 4 Curious Obsessions at instant speed and making your creature a little bigger, but 4 Omen in the Sea is working just fine for me, and then 4 Brazen Borrowers. It's an amazing tempo card. You're getting to bounce their permanent and then put down a 3/1 flyer. Running 1 copy of Otawara Soaring City because that's all I had. You could run 2 or 3 of these, I think, and get away with it. And 20 lands total, mostly islands. So that is the deck. Now let's check it out and see how it runs. Okay, so jumping into a game here, another pretty solid start. We don't have the Obsession, but 2 lands and any suite of playable stuff is pretty fine to keep in this deck. Turn 1 Sailor, to put the pressure on. Started with 2 Leyline of Anticipations. I have no idea what this deck is going to be, but honestly, I feel fine about it because that's just 2 cards. It's at least 1 card that's literally doing nothing, so I don't even mind. We'll just go ahead and Omen here. He's just playing on my end step, I guess. He's also playing all blue, so I'm not exactly sure. I do want that. And I've got 2 counterspells already, so I think I just dig. He's already playing blue, and yet wants everything to be able to flash in. This is quite a funny deck. I'm not sure what we're going up against here. Sure, flash in this, see what he has to flash in response to us. 4th Island and another Borrower. Probably keep both of those. Seems just fine. 4th Island, if he's going to keep doing nothing, we'll just start drawing off the Sailor and have no problem about it. 4 mana and 2 Anticipations and nothing to do yet. So that's quite interesting. Wow, it looked like he didn't even have a response available. So I don't know what this guy is doing. Let's see if he finally plays something here with 5 mana. Anything can be flashed. I mean, I'm probably, on his instep, going to throw in a Borrower just to start picking up the speed here if he's not going to play any spells. He's really lucky I didn't find an Obsession or he would be in trouble. So we'll do this, and then we can still keep up our counterspell if he wants to flash in something. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're waiting to see. So we'll just do this, counter this, and now we're doing real well. Oh, this is even better. We're going to put this over here so that he has to choose between which one to get rid of. And now we're set. I mean, I don't see him being able to win this game. 1 counter spell. I mean, you can't wait till turn 5 before you play any spells and do very well. Deck's just not going to go do that. And now we've got all kinds of counter spells, bounce spells, whatever we need to get the job done here. We'll be just fine. Okay. Nothing from our friend again. Yeah, we'll keep drawing stuff. And that's the game. That's how this deck do. Just throws out a couple dinky things, protects the board, Good to go. Okay, jumping into another game here, we've got the Sailor and a Curious Expression. Yeah, we're looking good. Got a counterspell we can hold up. It's quite a solid little hand here. Going up against Landlock, we're going to throw down the Sailor and see what our opponent's playing. We've got some very cool sleeves. Okay, that's nice. Put down the Obsession, draw a card. We have the Fading Hope available. We are, of course, going to draw that card. Setting everything up, and we're looking fine. Looking fine. Playing against something with blue. Did you guys run Jawari Ruins? I don't find myself running it because I don't like that the land has to come in tap. I don't quite think it's worth it. Also see Hall. Okay, that is exactly what we want. Now we just do 2 a turn, keep drawing a bunch of cards, and counter everything they have. That's the whole game plan. The deck is set up, and once you honestly get to this point, like if you dodge the turn 2 counterspell, you're in a powerful position. It's pretty cool. I think we can even go ahead and drop down the Stormtamer is fine. Can act as a counterspell itself, or can also just deal 1 more damage. I think that's fine. We'll let you have that. I'm more likely to run Censor than I am Jawari Ruins, I think, just because it can cycle itself and not really be an issue. Okay, so now we're in a pretty good spot. We've got the Dispersal or the Denial if needed. They're playing quite slow, it looks like. We've got our little chip damage coming in every turn, and we're in a pretty powerful position. So let's see what they have. Okay, nothing from them. Just put down a 4th land. Swing in for 3. I'm guessing they might have some sort of bounce spell or something, which would be fine. Okay, nope, we're going to draw another card. Once you get to 2 or 3 draws off of the Obsession, especially once you get to 2 draws, you've replaced both of these cards effectively, and so you're really in a pretty decent spot, and I think we're just going to hold up double counterspell here, just in case something crazy would happen. But also the chance to go counterspell. I think it's worth countering because I really don't want to lose my Obsession. So I think that spell is worth countering here. And now I'm extra glad I left up double counter because he could have another one of those. So we shall see what he has. Yep, we're just going to do that again. Let's see if he has a 3rd removal spell. Very nice. Okay. He had that. That was quite good of him. He's going to hit the Sailor. I think we just put down another Stormtamer and then hold off. It would be great to see a couple of his creatures so I can actually hit something with my Fading Hope, but we'll see. It's probably a Planeswalker deck, maybe? Could be running the Teferi. So we'll see here if we see that coming down. Another Portable Hull. I think in this case it's worth bouncing my own Stormtamer so that I'm trading these 2 cards instead of trading these 2 cards. I think that's pretty decent. Don't really need another land at this point. Throw that to the bottom. Okay, playing very conservatively. Which, you know, against this deck, we're not going to run him out of town, so he's got time. I think I'll take one of these. Well, since I've got another one in hand, I'm really just looking for another Obsession, I think, at this point. We're just going to dig some more. Throw both of those on the bottom. Obsession or a Borrower. Borrower's pretty nice because of the 3 damage. Is pretty good at this stage of the game. This is still a pretty solid suite of cards. Having the 1 counterspell in case he plays something big is going to be good. And then being able to bounce any of his creatures or even protect our own, like the Portable Hull. I'm going to let him have the card draw, and I'll stop the actual spells since I've just got the 1 counterspell. If I had another counterspell in hand, I'd probably consider stopping that. But he also, this card is a -1, so you have to draw 2, discard 2 after you draw 2, plus You have to discard that card. Okay, and this is exactly what I was expecting the deck to have. So I'm glad I have that denial. Pteramander's pretty decent here, because we're going to probably be able to adapt that next turn. And we can even do that at the end step. So that's going to be pretty good. He's going to come in as a 5/5. So Pteramander also good to draw at this stage of the game. Okay. As long as he doesn't get another Teferi. Another Teferi would be sort of bad. Which I'm guessing he's going to be able to hit that. Oh, this is on his turn, so we're good. We should be pretty fine. I think we'll go ahead and try to activate this. And if this goes through without getting bounced, then we got something. Yeah, that's fine. It's a good card. We expected something like that. Just put down another Pteramander. It's quite good. Very cool clue token. I love that. That must be because he has the extended art, so you get this cool token. That's really cool. I never noticed that. Okay. A Planeswalker would be not the best thing for us to see here. So let's go ahead and see if we can draw something to play against it. And that's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Sorry I'm late.
Not sure. He'll probably plus it, but he also could hit the Pteramander.
Hurry.
Okay, I think that's okay still. Because our Pteramander alone can hit that. But he might have like a Fading Light of his own, which would be a little rough if we adapt it and he Fading Lights it. Yep, that could be bad. Okay, a couple different ways we could go. It's probably correct to do our attacks like this, make him play at instant speed. Oh, and he foretold something, so actually, we're totally fine. We'll take care of this. So we've got our 5/5 here. He did show Doomscar earlier, so this could be a Doomscar. So I think I'm going to hold this Pteramander back just in case it is. So we'll see if he has the Doomscar. I'm predicting he does and that he's going to use it this turn. But maybe we'll get lucky and he'll just... Okay, he did get kind of lucky there. So let's see what exactly he has. Wandering Emperor. It's not bad. Also pretty good option here. I guess to just exile my Pteramander.
You're ready to lose.
Well, I'm not going to let it get exiled. We're going to bounce it because he hasn't shown us any creatures. It's probably a creatureless deck. I will take that next turn. Counterspell seems pretty good here. Same thing, putting down the Pteramander. Again, we're going to leave one back just in case that is Doomscar. Him creating a little token doesn't matter to us. I'm going to make him think I might have a counterspell here. Just hold on for a second, but we don't, so we're just going to let that happen. Don't have a choice. But I still think we're in a pretty good spot here. Emperor can go down to my 2 Stormtamers next turn, and we can adapt this now even, and put some pressure on. He's used too much mana to play a Doomscar if he does have it. And we actually might just have the win. We might just have 7 damage next turn. Oh, yep, good game. He's giving it to us. Good game. That's how the deck goes. He just holds off and is pretty resilient against a lot of different things. It's a lot of fun. So thank you for joining me for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you try out Mono Blue Tempo. Have a good one, my friend.